and this throughout. It's going to be a continuation of the course EDU233, and today we'll be talking about learning, certain different things that affect learning of a child, and so on. All right, before we go straight into it, for those of you that are new to the stream, do also use the like button. Also, smash the subscribe button. And for those of you that might be interested in becoming a member of our private class, do also reach out to me today on www.tutorial.com, where we walk you through all your courses, having consistent classes both on YouTube and one-on-one classes on Telegram. With this being said, let's get straight into it. Okay, so we have EDU22, right? 3. Okay, EDU233, and we are taking bearing from learning, right? In our last class, we talked about certain points on we explained certain things about how children can be assisted with learning, all right? The use of learning aids like visual aids, all right, like concrete objects, all right, rather than abstract ideas. All this we talked about in our respective class, and today we will be talking about, all right, the certain things, all right, that affect a child's, all right, ability to learn. So certain factors affecting learning. So we're taking a bearing from into this class. So now what are the factors that can affect learning ability? All right. Now for children to learn, the teacher must endeavor to link the new body of knowledge to previous experience. All right. Linking, all right, linking previous, okay, linking previous body of knowledge, all right, linking previous experience, all right, experiences to, let's use the, let's not start the plural, linking previous experience, all right, to new body of knowledge. Now, I remember very well that we said something about a child forgetting very quickly. All right, children are easily distracted and they need assistance in remembering. Now, one of the responsibility of the teacher is towards help link what the child has seen before. All right, linking previous experience. You know, when we talk about experience now, something you've learned, something you've come across, something you've come in contact with before. All right, linking such experience with a new, all right, body of knowledge goes a long way in helping a child to learn. But in absence of this, learning becomes difficult. Okay, learning becomes difficult. Now, factors affecting learning. Now, under this, we still have what we call, okay, readiness or level of preparedness of a child will aid learning. All right, factors affecting learning. Now, the readiness of a child, we said something in our retrospective class. We said the teacher must be fond of the pupil, or the teacher must be fond of the child. All right, and it is also essential that the teacher, all right, create a conducive atmosphere. Now, why does the teacher have to go through all the stress? Reason B is that the teacher needs to prepare the. Okay, we are live again. That was a thing from the network. I think we are good to go now. Now, as I was saying, now these are the things. You know, we mentioned certain points before now. These are the things that helps a child learn, right? These are the things that aids a child learning ability. All right. But just before we talk about things that affect negatively, all right, a child's learning ability, just before then, we need to understand that no matter how well now we have of readiness or the level of preparedness of a child will definitely aid. Let's put it like this: learning aids. Okay, so we have a D, the preparedness or readiness. All right, the preparedness or readiness of a child. So a child might not be necessarily ready or prepared to learn. It is the responsibility of the teacher to help the child get ready and prepared. Just like farmers understand that there are certain things that needs to be done, all right, before planting or before farming can occur. Not basically occur, anybody can do that, but there are certain type of crops that you might want to plant. You need to do certain things on that particular spot of soil you'll be planting on. You need to get the soil ready for whatever crop you want to plant on it. So it's also in the same form that as a teacher, you need to help the child get prepared, all right, and ready to learn. All right. And we said something about visual assistance. We shared something about images and pictures. These are good things or a good way to help child learn. Now it says here, no matter how well you handle a subject matter, a child that is not ready or has no or has not mature will not learn. Okay, so we have that as that. Now, children with high interest, aptitude, intellectual capacity, and high level of assimilation will learn. All right, children, when a child is naturally blessed with what we call intellect. Okay, a child who is motivated. All right, a child who is motivated. And how can a child be motivated? All right, a child who is happy. All right, a child who is not sad or moody. All right, can be easily motivated to learn. All right, motivated child who is motivated, intellects. All right, have assimilation. So we have high, we have what we call high assimilation, motivated intellectuals will learn easily. Now let's talk about the opposite of this now. All right, things that affect learning. A child, all right, things that affect the learning ability of a child. Now, children, okay, these points that we'll be going through now, they are not, all right, they are not a means to an, they are not an end in their, they are not an end in itself. All right, it is a means to an end, meaning that even with this learning defects or learning problem of this specific kind of children, there are solutions, there are way forward. All right, there are certain things that can still be put in order to help them learn. All right, but now on a general ground, all right, what are the things that affect the learning of a child? All right, so now let's take this down. We have learning defects. Okay, now a child with physical defects like visual or hearing impairment, all right, hearing impairment may be hindered. So we have physical, okay, we have physical defects. This could be hearing and it could be visual, all right, physical defects like hearing and visual defects. All right, these children will have will need extra attention, extra focus. All right. And definitely children, we said something about even the deaf in our GST, that's GST 101. We said something about even the deaf understands science language. All right. They might not hear the language every regular they might not understand a language every regular person understands, but they sure do understand sign language, and it's one way to communicate. All right, and there's a way they kind of reach. All right, there's that challenge. There's a way whereby children with visual effects, right? They have this kind of notebook. They have this kind of patterns of all right study they use, and it works well. Okay, so we have that as that. Please, as you join the stream, do also say hello, good evening, hi. Let us know where you're watching us from so we can acknowledge your presence. Now we have a child or children. Okay, we said that already. Also, mental retardation. We also have mental retardation. All right, mental retardation. All right, can also, all right, which we have slowness, mental retardation. A child who is not normal. All right. When I say normal, in the sense that they don't respond to stimulus, all right? They don't respond to call, all right, quickly as every regular person does. So mental retardedness will also hinder the learning ability of a child. Fatigue of the eye or muscles can also hinder learning. So as well as we have anxiety, which is the opposite of being motivated. Right? We have anxiety. This one even happens to adults as well. Anxiety in excess, all right, in excuse, a learner might not assimilate well. So we also have anxiety. We also have fatigue. So this is still we can say categorize this fatigue of the eye, all right, or okay, eye can be categorized under visual defect and muscles. Okay, fatigue of the eye and muscles. All right, these are things that can definitely affect. So also we have anxiety. This one happens a lot, even to adults. All right, we have exam tension here and there and the likes. Okay, so now let's quickly talk about the types of learners. What are the types of learners we have? I'm just going to let's use this spot. So we have the types of learners. Now, since students are center of teaching, all right, teachers must be able to identify the different types of learners in order to help them. So, we said something from the very beginning of this course. We said teaching should be child centered. All right. So if teaching is child centered, then teachers need to identify. All right. Teachers need to be able to identify that, okay, this child, this is the kind of learner it is. All right. If you don't identify that there is a problem, then how can you know how to go about the solution? Don't forget that in research methodology, the first thing is that you have a topic, all right? You have a problem you want to resolve, all right? You have a topic, you have your intent for research before you can now begin to say, okay, this will be my method, this will be my observation, this will be my hypothesis, this will be my this will be my that. There must be an understanding of the topic sentence or the theme of the problem. You must realize that there's a problem before you now realize, okay, this is the way forward solving this problem. So every teacher, since learning is child centered, must identify types of learners. Now, according to Razak in 2003, understanding the different types of learners will be of immense value in assisting the teachers in preparing suitable materials to cater for the varying learning needs. According to Razak Eho, all right, Razak AO in 2003. Razak said it is highly necessary, all right, that teachers, all right, understanding the different types of learners will be of immense value in assisting teachers, all right, in preparing suitable materials to cater for their varying learning needs. Now, understand that there are mainly three categories. Okay, there are mainly three categories of learners. There are mainly three categories of learners. Okay, we have the slow learners, the gifted, and the normal learners. All right, the slow learners, we have the gifted, and the normal learners. Okay, so now permit me to switch my marker. Thank you. We have slow learners. These slow learners are otherwise known as backward learners. Backward learners. I think I should make this. They are otherwise known as backward learners. Now, when we say slow learners, I think this is quite self-explanatory. These are people. It's not as if they don't learn; they learn. All right, but it takes extra effort for anything to assimilate, for them to assimilate anything. It takes I to me, although the argument is wide, all right, slow learner, a slow learner can uh, be made, or slow learning ability can be from genetics, all right, to be from the mother or from the father, combination of genetics, all right, and it can also be that's natural, right, and it can also be made in the sense that if you are easily distracted, although some argument can say that no matter how distracted you are, if you're a fast learner, you're a fast learner. But I believe that slow learners are made and not born. Even though you're a slow learner by nature, you build yourself up to the level of learning as fast as a computer, which is very, very, very possible. Okay, in as much as you realize that you're a slow learner, the ability for you to build up yourself to becoming the fastest learner you can ever be is attainable. So therefore, I am of the opinion that slow learners are made, not born. All right, because definitely if you realize, okay, I'm a slow learner, I need to improve on this my defect. This is what I need to do, and believe me, you set out their objectives, and you will definitely become a good learner as fast as you can be. So slow learners learn. It's not say they don't learn, but they don't learn quickly. All right. If they do not continue or follow up on what they have learned, all right, it definitely leaves. All right, they lose it. They become backward. You learn, you move forward. You don't, you go backward. So they are otherwise known as backward learners. So we also have, okay, just a moment. I think my material just closed. So we have slow. Okay. So now we have the gifted and talented learners. Okay. Here are the gifted. and talented learners. I'm trying to manage space. That's why you're not getting it full. All right. These are known as fast learners. Like it says here, they are gifted and they are talented. Well, these two things are actually two different words that I'm not sure they should be side by side. All right. All right. I'm not sure they should be side by side. Gift is natural. Could talent be also natural? Talent could be, all right, and it could be more of something you train very hard to achieve, and you're so good at, and you hear people saying, "Wow, he's such a talented musician." All right, even though with the gift, if you don't work hard to keep up with your gift, all right, you might just lose your gift. All right, but based on that, more of gift and talent when it comes to learning, it's like you have an upper hand. Probably is quite smart, your dad is quite smart. So genetics, you as a child, you are definitely you have half, like 50% of their smartness, and you are left with working on yourself to make it 100%. So that's how it works. So we have the gifted. These are very fast learners. They learn quickly and easily. And we have the normal learners. The normal learners are in between, not too fast and not too slow. All right. They are average, they are called average learners. Please take note of all these, um, take note of their synonyms. Average. You know how your exams are being set? Take note of their synonyms. So we have that as that. Now it says the normal learner, okay, there's something we need to know about these normal learners. They need to be stimulated. All right. Normal learners need to be stimulated and encouraged, okay, to make maximum use of their potential. Encouraged to make maximum use of their potential, okay. So we have that as that. Also, we also have, all right, we have about the fourth, there's actually a fourth, it says here mainly three, all right. So that means there are subs under the main. So we have the fourth group of learners, which are physically disabled. All right. Physically disabled learners. All right. Physically disabled learner, PDL. Okay. These disabilities have nothing to do with their intellectual capacity to learn. They are characterized by different types of physical deformities like deafness, blindness, and lameness. As a matter of fact, I have a friend then in secondary school. Majority of us might know Livingston Modern College in Ikorodu. This guy is called Ayo. The guy he's not so physically all right, but this guy is super smart, very smart. He's the best in his class. He's not physically like he has deformities, but Ayo is very smart. So their deformities does not actually define, all right, their ability, all right, to learn. So we have that as that. So we have, I think we'll call that. Oh, okay. So I think in our next class we'll take it up from we'll take it up properly from the characteristics of the learner, but definitely we'll take a proper definition of the slow learners, and from there or kickstart on other type of learners. So thank you very much, everyone. Call it a wrap here for today. So do all to let's do all to submit uh let's do all to submit our note. It's highly essential. Now we're taking out our time to take it one step at a time. We don't want to rush also things. Now in today's class we'll be able to understand all right learning aids, or I will also be able to understand learning defects and types of learners. Okay. And in our next class, we'll take them one after the other, highlighting all right, what it means properly according to the material. I believe we have a formal understanding now, general understanding. So according to the material, we take them one after the other. Then we talk about the courses as well. Thank you very much, everyone. So for those of you that might have missed a thing or two in our respective classes and you are willing to catch up, do well to reach out to me on our official website. And for those of you that might be interested in becoming or member officially, you want to also reach out to me through our official website, www.tutorial.com, and I'll be willing and very eager to respond to your demands. With this being said, call it a wrap for today. I look forward to seeing you all in subsequent tutorials. Bye for now.